listeners, it's your girl Vicky, better known as The Chic Wellness. I'm a medical aesthetic practitioner and I also normalize being confident and fabulous. Today we are going to discuss the top 5 body contouring mistakes that body contouring specialists often make. So if you're interested in learning what those top 5 mistakes are, stick around. Mistake number 1, not setting expectations for your clients. You set up policies in your business. It's no different from when you visit another business. You want to make sure you're setting up your policies, make sure they're on your website. So if you need to refer someone to your policy, you can direct them to your website. I'll give you an example. One of the policies I have in place is that if you are a no call, no show, or if you do not cancel your appointment before 24 hours, then you are going to be charged a $25 fee. Someone was available for you for your appointment, and so that person needs to be covered. Now, you don't have to give them the reason why you have this policy in place, but you want to make sure that you actually have a policy in place for no calls, no shows, or if someone was to cancel within 24 hours, because what does that leave you? Number one, you probably are not going to be able to get anyone to fill that spot to actually schedule an appointment because they had their appointment at that time. Number two, like I said, if you have someone or yourself ready to take an appointment and that person's a no call, no show, or cancels 2 hours, 30 minutes before their appointment, well, you need to be compensated for your time. You were there on time, you set up for them, you prepped for their appointment. All that needs to be compensated because you were there doing what you're supposed to do as you were waiting for your client. And the same is true for you setting up your expectations for your client. It works just as well for you. Because these are expectations you set up for your client, for them to follow, you're also going to follow them too. So it creates an easy flow, a beautiful system in your business that is flowing and that your clients actually love, the ones that you actually want anyway. And if you have a client who's upset about the policy, they probably is not the client for you anyway. I'll give you an example. I had a client who literally canceled her appointment at the time of her appointment. She called me on the phone. It was a 9 a.m. appointment. And you know how you can hear when someone is still asleep? She's, I can't, cancel her appointment. She had that voice of someone who just rolled over and she's calling to cancel her appointment. And she has an attitude with me because she just woke up to cancel her appointment. And so I just nicely explained to her that is fine. I mean, it's fine. We do all understand things happen. It is fine. But she would be charged a $25 deposit fee because she did not make her appointment. You want to be covered. So you set your policies in place. You have your expectations in place so that you know what your standards are, and you follow them as well as your client, and your client follows them too. So number 1 is just having set your expectations in place, whether it's cancellation fee, how you prep for appointment, when a client books, what do they receive, all those different things. You want to make sure you're setting your policies in place so that you're protected and your client is covered, and it's a beautiful experience for you and your client as well, because you don't want to be stressed out either when you're actually giving the service to your client, and they don't want to be stressed out, tense, or upset about the actual service they're going to be receiving. So it just allows for a beautiful flow. Mistake number 2 is you want to make sure that you open up a business bank account that you have all of your money flowing to, okay? And the reason why you want to have all your money flowing to that one business bank account is for this very reason here that I never even understood, which was the missing piece that people leave out when they say open up a business bank account, right? For me, what made it click and what made me do it was that for business credit. If you needed some funding for your business, or you wanted someone to invest in your business or take a look at your financials, they can see all your money. So you have all of your money flowing into your business, and they can see how much you make on a monthly basis, how much you make yearly, quarterly. There you have it. And this will allow for you to qualify for other type of funding when it's available. And I believe that is the one of the best benefits of opening up a business bank account and having all your money go and flow into that one business bank account. All right, so let's move along to mistake number 3. I want to say you want to only accept PayPal, Square, or your merchant account that's set up with your website or your scheduling system. Only accept payment through that one merchant account. Does that make sense? So if I'm taking clients in on my website and I'm using PayPal, we're going to use PayPal there. But if I'm taking clients in on Instagram, I want to be able to use PayPal on Instagram. Like, I don't want to have Square set up on Instagram. I don't want to have PayPal set up on my website, because now all my money is not going to be running through the same merchant account, and therefore it's going to create a problem for me when I go try to get business credit. So you want to make sure you got all your money. You want to be paid by the same merchant every single time, because a lot of the merchant account holders they actually will give you a line of credit if they can see how much money you actually run through your business. Okay, so I hope that makes very much sense to you. If not, leave me a comment and I will explain it further. Also, mistake number 4 is you want to pay yourself a salary. Pay yourself a salary. I don't care if it's all the money that you actually just deposited, and it should not be, because that means you're not charging enough for your services. But I don't care if it is. Right now everybody got to start somewhere, and I understand if you did not charge enough for your service and now you are trying to figure out, dang it, how am I going to go up on my service? Right? How am I going to charge people more? All right? Don't be afraid to raise your prices. You just get in new clientele if the old ones don't want to pay your new service fee. All right? But you want to make sure you are paying yourself a salary. Pay yourself a salary. Write yourself a check. Get a business checking account, right? And then get a business checkbook. Write yourself a check. Write yourself a salary out of that business checking account into your personal checking account, and use that money there. So if you have to be able to show what is your income, where are you getting your direct deposit from, you can show that you've been getting it from your business. Nobody got to know it's always your business, right? But you want to make sure you're showing that you have an income. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If not, like I said, always feel free to leave me a comment in the comments below, or reach out to me on Instagram, DM me, and I will answer your question if you have a follow-up question about that. But make sure you are paying yourself. All right, mistake number 5, making sure your customers are paying tax. Far too often, and I did this at first, starting out like the first week, and I was like, wait, hold on, this gotta change. But make sure your customers are paying tax. So figure out what your county tax is and make sure you are charging your customers that tax, because at the end of the year, when it's time for taxes, or if you want to do it quarterly, you can as well. Pay your taxes quarterly. That way you don't have this big chunk at the end of the year. Make sure you get with a good accountant to help you with that money, okay? Don't be afraid to talk to somebody who's really going to help you. But make sure you feel like they're really going to help your business and they have experience in the field of, beauty, health, and wellness, right? So they know where, how they can do your deductions, right? But make sure that you know what your county sales tax is and that your clients are paying that, because when we go places, and think about the nail salon, they put signs up. Even if you have to put a sign up, you can actually say this, the service is this and this is the tax. But you can say Liberty County, Liberty County tax is 7.5%. So you can put that on your door, or put it in a cute picture frame, Get something really cute and put it in there. Make sure people know. You don't even have to communicate everything. They know they gotta pay tax when they go places. So why aren't they paying tax at your business? Because you're not making them. Okay? So so we have to make sure that we are setting our own expectation. That's why it all goes back to that number one, that mistake number one. Making sure we are setting expectations. So we keep talking. We tell them every single time. Okay? Every time, or they see it. They see it. They hear it. It don't have to be every time, okay? But what I'm saying is that train your customer, and how you train your clients. What are they hearing? What are they seeing? So that is it. Those are the top 5 mistakes. Mistake number 1 is not setting expectations, not having those policies in place, not having your procedures in place. Mistake number 2 is not opening up your business bank account and depositing, sending all your money to that one account. Send all your money there. Mistake number 3 is not only accepting one merchant account, so you accepting payment from everywhere: Venmo, PayPal, Square, cash, everything. You just get money in from everywhere. Cash is fine because you can always take it and deposit it. Excuse me on that. But you just get money from everywhere. Shoot, I don't care who got it. No. That's a part of your expectations. That's a part of your policies. This is how I set my money. Because at the end of the day, it's going to affect you and your business, what you can get later on down the line. You might want to buy a house. You might want to buy a car. You might want to rent an apartment. You might want to buy luxury bags. You might want to qualify for something. You need your credit. You need to show that, hey, this is how I get my money, and this is how much money I make. It's no different from having a W-2 from an employer, right? Mistake number 3 is not paying yourself a salary. Partner, pay yourself a salary, okay? Like I said, even if it's all the money, but then eventually work on not having to take all the money out of the account. But pay yourself a salary, okay? You earn that salary. You work hard, and this is physical labor, okay? That's what I'm saying. We gotta have these expectations in place, because this is so much work on our body that we be doing, okay? So number 5, also make sure you're collecting taxes from your clients. Make sure they're collecting taxes. When you go to the nail salon, it's a lot to be learned from the agents at the nail salon. They don't mind. They charge you a tax, and you give them a tip. Why aren't we getting tax and a tip? Okay, and half the time they don't do the nails right now. That's not against everybody. But what I'm saying is that they have your policies, have your procedures in place. You can learn a lot from other businesses when you just take a moment and just look and say, hey, why am I not doing this? So do it and make sure that you stick with it. And if you get a bad apple, hey, just know that client was not for you, and keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it confident and fabulous, honey. All right, rich partners, this is your girl Vicky, better known as The Chic Wellness. I'm a medical aesthetic practitioner, and I normalize being confident and fabulous. I hope you learned from these 5 mistakes, and I want you to implement them right away. If you learned something from this video, leave me a comment. If you have a question or you need more information, reach out, and let's earn at least 1K a day, baby. And always keep it confident and fabulous.